This is a garbage truck station near my house, and every morning about this time they do exercise. But that poodle we just passed, I don't know if you saw that. It's been around a long time. It was alive even when Maggie was alive. What's this guy doing? Oh, there's a secret door into there. Didn't even know that existed. It's kind of cool. Huh. They're doing construction on this crosswalk. It's closed for another like 2 or 3 months. I'm assuming it's going to be beautiful when it's done. Anyway, that dog and that old woman always stop at the garbage truck stop. I guess that's where all the garbage trucks depart from. And we'd always pass by and just nod hello. But the garbage trucks staff, whatever, employees, they really like that dog. She'd stop and talk to them. I was always on my way to work, so I never stopped. But then of course Maggie died, and that was it. I wonder if they even think of us. Like, I wonder if he wonders, or she wonders, where's that dog? What happened? Anyway, so it's what is it? It's a Thursday, and I've got a super busy day today. I've got this is where I was hit by a car last week here, last month or 2 months ago actually. No big deal. How do I? Got to keep on one train of thought. Let me see. Okay, so it's Thursday. It's Thursday, which means it's September, like, I don't know, 25th maybe? 24th? 25th? No, 24th? Yeah, 24th I think. And it's finally getting cool. COVID deaths yesterday in Nagoya, I think were like 9 or something, which is extremely low. I think we have like less than 500 a day now, which is cool. But, and we've already gone through the second wave. Oops. The women cleaning up the street of the neighborhood they live on. That's something you only see in Japan. I've got this camera mounted on a gooseneck, short gooseneck, to get a little bit, so I can move it around a little bit more, but I don't know if it's creating too much bounce. We'll see. Hope it's not too bouncy. I don't usually wear my mask when I'm riding my bicycle in the morning, but a lot of people do, even on the bicycle. I've been thinking about getting the new GoPro 9, which is on sale in Japan if you're a member of the GoPro site for like 43,000 yen, which is a pretty good price, considering past models have been 50,000. If you go to the store, like Big Camera, I think they sell it for like 67,000, which is way too expensive. Yeah, I might take this this GoPro off, this gooseneck, to level it out. Anyway, so as I've told you all before, as if you notice in my videos, I live behind Nagoya Station. Oops. Kind of behind, not exactly behind. The tattoo on the guy's head. I don't know if you saw that. And for some reason, it's really convenient, nice area to live in. It's also got some really dumpy old houses in it as well. It's kind of confusing. But That's Nagoya. I think Tokyo probably has that too. Probably just a bunch of dumpy old houses somewhere. This guy, what's this guy doing? Anyway, what are we going to talk about today as I show you? I'm going to show you Nagoya. I woke up this morning. Actually, I'll just get right to it. I've been kind of depressed recently. But not really depressed, more like frustrated. Because I work too much. I just work too much. I do find time for the kids, but I don't find enough time for my creativity, and I want to be more creative. And I'm addicted to social media, Reddit, I think, recently. I find myself waking up at like 5 in the morning or 4 in the morning and scrolling like an hour on that site, taking in all the interesting posts, reading people's stories, belong to all these stupid subreddits that are interesting to me, but ultimately a waste of time. I'm not going to talk about politics in this bicycle laundry vlog today, but I'm going to mention an email I got from a guy named Vince. But I think it might be the same Vince that used to contact me back in the day a long time ago. There was one guy named Vince that used to always email me. I don't remember why. Just to be different today, let's get off the main road. Let's take a side road here, the back road. Kind of out of the way, not really where I want to go, but take a little side street. Yeah, I see people like Ryan George, who puts out comedy videos, puts a lot of work into writing them, and I think about the old days when I used to write. I used to write more. Look at this. I've never been down the street before. I think I need air in my tires. Like there's an apartment building here that's got like 40, 50 apartments. Right next to it, a tiny little house. Old empty lot over here, right? Yeah, maybe this is not the best way to hold this GoPro. So let's remove this. Yeah, maybe we'll start this over. What's going on? Gimmeabreakman, Gimmeabreakman. Yeah, I guess I'm still Gimmeabreakman even if that channel's gone now. And lens is a little dirty. Let me wipe it on my boobie. On my boobie here. Yep, nipple right in the face. Sorry about that. Hope you're not blinded. I'm behind Nagoya Station here, taking a road I've never taken before. It's a very narrow road, and I'm next to an old plot an empty plot of land, and I just saw Suzume Bachi, which is a huge, famed killer hornet. Anyway, we're gonna take this little GoPro and click it onto my backpack, and hopefully show you a little bit of Nagoya as we go to work today. I had this on a gooseneck, but it was, I think, bobbling around too much, so I took that off. Anyway, this is a little road I've never been on. Tiny, narrow road, kind of behind Nagoya Station. Nagoya Station is kind of weird because I got old, decrepit houses like this, and then new houses going up right next to it, apartment buildings and stuff. Kind of weird, huh? I feel like someone could come in here and just buy it all up and make a mint if they had the money. Just to give you an idea, one of these small lots of land probably cost about $100,000. Guy's smoking in the street here. Which way do we go? Which way do we go? Look at this old decrepit houses. Workmen here. Now I'm a little bit lost here. What is this place? I've never been back here. It's always interesting to go into new neighborhoods. Anyway, I've been a little bit depressed recently. Maybe not depressed, maybe that's not the right word. It's not like, suicidal depression. It's more like frustration at being unable to create. I need more time to create. And I've got these tiny. Yeah, we're gonna take Backroads today. I've got these tiny. I've got tons of classes and stuff, and it breaks up my day, and then I have a cat licking himself. Hope you enjoyed that. I've got all this time, but it's broken up during the day, and I feel like I need more of a block of time to get something done. I can't see that guy. You see that guy we just passed? He had the famed air conditioned vest on. All the workmen use now. They started getting popular about a year ago. Now you see them all over the place. They cost about 150 bucks, maybe 100. Maybe they're cheaper now. But they're jackets that have air conditioning in them, built in, and they're rechargeable. And they're very popular. But they also make you look like you're really buff, even if you're not. Anyway, I've been a little bit frustrated by my inability to find time to make videos, even though I've filmed quite a bit. Hopefully I'll be able to get this one out pretty quickly with minimal editing, if at all. Even though I've filmed other things before this that I have not edited yet. Yeah, I like these back roads. Crappy little houses next to huge houses. Yeah, so I've got to figure out what to do about that. I've got these jobs that I'm trading my time for money, you know? Maybe you've heard of that idea before. Well, that's everybody's life, basically, right? You trade your time for money. I'm exchanging an hour of my teaching time for anywhere from 3,500 yen to I don't know, 20,000 yen, depending on how many students are in the class. But there you go. But in the end, you know, that time is gone. Once that time is done, it's done. And I really gotta stop thinking that way. There's a cop van coming up with the lights on. That's something funny about Japan. The cops, even the patrol cars, often have their lights on for no reason at all. You know, I've got to get out of that mentality, but it's an old, respected mentality, and here in Japan even more. Something ironic is that one of the most popular jobs that kids state they want to be when they grow up is a YouTuber. You hear that all the time. I want to be a YouTuber. Nobody really understands how difficult it is to actually make a living doing this. I certainly don't on this. I certainly don't. And certainly not on this channel. I'm lucky I make $100 a month on this channel. There's the Patreon, of course. That helps quite a bit. I do appreciate that. But this guy's walking erratically all over the place here. Okay. But yeah, anyway, but why that's ironic is that kids state that they want to be YouTubers, but nobody respects an internet job. So if I were to take the plunge and quit all my day jobs, for example, all my teaching jobs, which I have quite a few of, and just YouTube, I could probably make a living. But you know, no one would, my wife would not respect that, I guess, and her parents probably wouldn't respect. I mean, I don't know. We haven't really talked about it, but I get hired to work at companies, and often the fact that, for example, I worked out at Toyota years ago. Actually, one of the subsidiary companies of Toyota years ago, and that's a respectable job. You work at a company, right? And people respect that, and you can say that to you can. Well, I don't know if bragging is the right word, but you can tell people I work at that company. We can. There's a school here of some sort. You know, you can brag about that, but you can't really brag about making money on the internet. People just think you're some kind of bum, so that's not good. But you probably make more money, you know, if you get out of that mindset of trading time for money. But yeah, anyway, however, that said, my kids, someone asked me that day, a friend asked me, Kathy, she said, you seem kind of down in your last video, everything okay? I said, yeah, I'm a little depressed. She said, is it COVID? Do you feel depressed because of COVID? I don't really feel depressed. I'm a little frustrated because of COVID, you know. You can't go out much. I don't go out at all. I didn't go out much anyway because I had kids. You know, when you have kids, having COVID's not a big deal. I mean, I shouldn't say having COVID. I mean, living in the pandemic, in the days of the pandemic doesn't really bother you because you're not going out anyway, so it's not really a big deal. I said, no, I don't have COVID. I have co-kids. Har, har, har. That was a really lame joke, huh? I do apologize. Wow. Someone should punch me for that one. Anyway, it isn't that I have COVID, it's that I have kids in there. And I guess I blame them. As soon as they're up, you know, just forget about trying to do anything creative. I guess I could film them. You know, exploit them, use them, put them on camera. I don't really think of it that way, but it's just I don't think my wife is really interested in being on camera, so maybe. But after the kids came, it's all about getting ready for work. She's got to go to work, and I got to go to work. We got to get the kids ready for work and make them eat, and that's so frustrating. Because, you know, just getting them to eat their goddamn food is like a task. I actually do not like being in the house with them most of the time. I mean, it's always like getting ready for bed or getting ready, you know, giving them a bath or getting ready to go to school. Or I like teaching them sometimes, like I'm teaching them the days of the week, which, you know, for a kid is hard. Like they don't understand that concept. Right? They understand how many days, like they understand the concept of going to sleep and waking up again. Like, when are we going to see grandma again? Or when are we going to go to the zoo? And you have to tell them, okay, you have to go to sleep like 3 times and wake up again, and then we can go to the zoo, like on the weekend, right? But recently I've been trying to get into their heads that there are names for the days of the week, and I quiz them, what's today? And today actually my son got it right. He said it's Thursday, and my wife was surprised. My daughter said Tuesday, so she's a dummy. Anyway, but I do feel like I'm a pretty decent father, and I find time to begrudgingly do shit with them. For example, this morning, so my son has these 2 crickets that he caught last weekend, but I think I knew this, but I forgot, but crickets eat other crickets and other bugs. And crickets also eat grasshoppers. I ran a red light, I know. Isn't that weird? Clothes on the floor. Isn't that weird? Shoes and shorts. Someone dropped, I guess. Yeah. Get across here. Running red lights. Yeah, crickets eat other bugs. So our task today was this morning, after they got ready, after they had their breakfast and got dressed and peed, first thing in the morning you gotta do is get up and pee. Oshiko. Go pee, right? That's the first thing you tell them. So we did that. And then they got dressed and then they ate. Also, oh my God, in Japan, I don't know if it's a Japan thing, it's definitely not a immigrant thing. I'm a Peruvian immigrant growing up in America. My parents did not give me any choice for breakfast. You wake up and you're like, this is your breakfast. right? That, at most, when we got a little bit older, we could choose maybe from a few cereals that were there. But usually, when we were younger, I think my mom would just make breakfast and then you would eat breakfast. Same thing with dinner. You got no goddamn choice. Actually, we don't give the kids choice in Japan for dinner, but they get their breakfast choice. So in the morning, my wife will ask, "What do you want for breakfast?" And I ask too, but in the back of my head, I'm like, God damn it, why are we asking them to choose? They should just eat what we give them. That's how my dad was. You'll eat what you're given and you'll like it. And if you don't like it, you'll eat it again. Like every day until you learn to like it. Oh, look at these kids are cleaning up the trash on the street. See, everyone does that. Look at the streets. See, look at the street. Look, no trash at all. It's one thing about Japan. It's just, I gotta say that when I see stuff like that, it's hard to say it's not a superior culture. A superior society. Maybe culture is not the right word, but it's a superior society. Anyway, little bump. We give the kids choices. So anyway, today, so to get back to today. Why I feel good about myself today. I woke up and gave them breakfast. Jumped in the shower. My wife's like, "Go take a shower right now." I'm like, "Why?" Because I want to do the laundry. Like, you don't have to do everything. Like, she wants to wash the towels, right? I'm like, you don't have to wash the towel every day. You can wait one day with a dirty towel. It's like, do you understand how dirty, how smelly the towel is? You know? And I'm gonna go down here while we're waiting for the light to turn. Do you understand how dirty the towel is? It stinks. I smell the towel and I go, yeah, I guess so. Actually, it's pretty surprising since I've only used a towel once. And I think it's not stinking like disgusting. It's more like a humid, damp smell. But well, yeah, okay, it smells. There's a family mart down here. I did not know that. Huh. Well, I'm gonna turn back. Go to the red light. Anyway, so this morning, I took a shower, got the kids ready, and then because he's got these two killer korogis or crickets, my wife was like, "Can you take the boy out to find some grasshoppers?" And it's hard because they cut down all the grass in the garden, in the park in front of my house, so there's no more grasshoppers. Well, there are grasshoppers, but they're harder to find because there's less grass. Got a red light here. What's going on? But we had to walk around the neighborhood looking for little patches of grass to find grasshoppers. It was very tough, but we found a medium-sized one, and a little bit later we found a tiny one. And my daughter wanted to go too, and getting her to put on her goddamn shoes is like another task in itself. Because she wants to put them on herself. I just want to hurry and go. Oh, that guy's got a motorcycle helmet and a baby. Really? The girl's way too skinny. Is that body shaming? I don't know. Anyway, this morning, Emily got her little shoes on by herself, and then we went out looking for grasshopper hunting. And after, I think, good 15 minutes, we found 3 grasshoppers. I found a huge one at the end. Then we put them in the cricket cage, so we could keep the crickets, because the deal is, if we can't feed the crickets, if we can't find enough grasshoppers to feed the crickets, then we got to let the crickets go. And the crickets do make this pleasant noise, you know, at night. But I'll tell you, after watching crickets butcher the grasshoppers, I do feel bad. Those poor little bastards. They're out there enjoying their day, then we catch them, throw them in a cage with crickets, and the crickets just destroy them, eat them alive, literally, just ripping them in half with their mandibles. Pretty gross. Next time you watch Pinocchio, think about that with Jiminy Cricket. You know, is Jiminy Cricket supposed to be black? You know, like the crows and Dumbo are black. I don't know about Jiminy Cricket. Anyway, I think there's some interesting story about that, but I can't remember. Something about it. All right. Anyway, we're on 100 meter doru, which is there's a, oh yeah, there's that homeless area over there. I don't know if you guys can see under the bridge. There's a guy with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 huge bags of cans that he's stomping. He'll take them to the recycling bin later, maybe get 1,000 yen or something. I remember New York City. Oh, I remember New York City. I assume it's still true. You can get 5 cents for every return. Let the homeless feed themselves. Anyway, so I watched this morning after we delivered the grasshoppers. I watched one of the crickets basically cut one of these poor grasshoppers in half. They grow. Woo! Crows are cool. Did you know it's illegal to keep crows in Japan? I think there's some kind of wild bird law. You can't keep any wild birds. Speaking of birds, tun-tun. Here's some French bulldogs. Some of the stupidest dogs you've ever seen. And that's coming from someone who used to own one. Great dogs though, but not too bright. Well, I guess it depends on how much time you put into it. Anyway, so this morning, instead of creating, I actually basically killed grasshoppers. I destroyed. Instead of creating, I destroyed. In Hawaii now, it's apparently illegal to walk down the street looking at your cell phone. But in Japan, it's not. I think there are parts of Japan where it is, but I'm not sure where. I know they've banned selfie sticks in a lot of places. I was at the Dinosaur Museum in Fukui last weekend? Yeah, or 2 weeks ago. And they closed a lot of sections because of the coronavirus. A lot of sections of the kids' hands-on touching museum section, you know, that's closed. But for some reason they don't mind the selfie sticks anymore. There are signs everywhere saying no selfie sticks, but people were using them. I was using them. No big deal. Okay. So I got a letter from, I'm not going to talk about politics in this video, but I got a letter from a guy who used to email me all the time, talk about politics, to tell me that he stopped talking about politics a long time ago. And he feels much better in his life, and, you know, nothing's going to change. I guess I'd have to agree with that, you know. That in the end, you know, my personal life doesn't really change. I'm not personally affected by much of what any politician in any country really does right now. Though, if the scientists are right about climate change or global warming, then I think we're all pretty much fucked. Or we're going to be fucked very soon. Well, at least the next generation, if not us. Maybe in my lifetime. You see all those fires happening in California? That's pretty screwed up. I read that they deported some convict. Well, he's a convict. There was a convict working on the fires in California because they can do that, which is really fucked up. That's basically slavery, and I don't think they should allow that. They can send you to jail, and I guess they can make you do some kind of menial labor, but fighting fires seems a little extreme, if you ask me. Isn't that dangerous? You shouldn't put a convict's life at risk. Well, I guess they could choose. Maybe they choose to do that, and they get some time off their sentence. I don't know how that works. Either way, it seems kind of fucked up. Anyway, so this particular convict that I read about, he fought fires in California, and then they reported him to ICE, and he was deported back to, I think, Mexico. I'm assuming Mexico. Not all immigrants are Mexicans, of course. But that's pretty fucked up. Can you imagine that? You put in your time fighting fires, and then boom, you're out. Back to Mexico. I wonder if, do you have a, if you're convicted of a crime in another country, yeah, I guess that would affect your status. Apparently in Japan, they do ask you for like for certain jobs to do an FBI check or something. I've heard. I don't think I had that. I was never asked about my my record or my criminal record when I came to Japan. So that was never an issue for me, but things change. Anyway, they say that if you don't get enough creativity done in your life, if you don't do enough creative things during the day, that you dream at night. And recently I've been dreaming. I've been dreaming quite a bit, actually. I've been dreaming quite a bit. Some of them are really vivid. I had a dream that I had a weird dream. This is the most political I'll get in this video. I had a dream that I actually had a conversation with Trump, and I was kind of helping him. I was like, dude, you can still save it. You can still save your presidency. You can still do the right thing. You can turn it all around, man. All you got to do is this and that and those, which was kind of ridiculous. There's a cop. There's a little koban. Another great thing about Japan are the kobans. A little. See. This is a little police station. I noticed, here, see, I told you the cops, they drive around with the lights on, even if there's no emergency. And you saw that, but. Yeah, there's just no time. The only way I could possibly find time is if I lied to my wife and told her that I had work and I just stayed at Action later and you know, edited there, which I suppose I could do, but you know, those kids are terrors. This guy, he's walking and not even looking. Wake up! I hate that. I shouldn't be responsible if you're. You shouldn't trust society to not bump into you. Yeah, so I even work on the weekends, you know. I'll accept jobs. And students, recently I've been contacted by a couple students. Actually, 3 students want Skype lessons, but they want them at night. And I'm like, I just want to chill. I want to relax. I want to edit. I want to watch The Boys or something. I want my own time too. I don't want to, because it breaks up your night, right? Okay, I gotta, for example, if I have a class at 9 o'clock, it's a 30-minute class, but then it's from 9 to 9:30. And you're kind of waiting around for the class to start. And there's like this, I don't know, transition time between classes, right? Before the class and after the class, and I feel like I can't really get anything done. Maybe I just gotta learn how to get something done. Maybe I need to turn off my internet. I'll take care of my Reddit addiction for sure. I guess that's another option. The guy's boxing on the street. You didn't get that on camera, I think, but the guy's, what's it called, shadow boxing? Anyway, mind, and I don't like the word depression. I don't like to even suggest that I'm depressed, because, you know, it's, compared to other people in this world, I'm doing pretty well. Some famous Japanese, well, semi-famous Japanese actress. A lot of my younger students didn't know who she was, but some Japanese actress committed suicide like two weeks ago. She was 35 years old. No note or anything. Her brother came over. She wasn't answering her messages, so he went over to see what was up, and she was dead. Suicide. When I see shit like that, my initial reaction is, God, don't kill yourself. Don't be stupid. It's stupid to kill yourself. Just because you know this life is going to be over so soon anyway. Why push it? There's no reason to kill yourself. Just wait. You'll die eventually. Just be patient. Be patient, you can die like everyone else. You don't have to go and pull the trigger or hang yourself or take pills or anything. But you know, I know a lot of people, when I say that, a lot of people on the internet are like, no, you don't understand. The pain is so unbearable. And you know, to be fair, it's kind of irrelevant. I mean, if you want to kill yourself, it's not really gonna change a goddamn thing at all, pretty much. Everyone is replaceable without exception. I did see an interesting argument this morning though about I was watching, what's that guy's name that used to do this, the Saturday Night Live weekend update, the guy who made it. I don't even like this comedian very much, but he's kind of a cult figure among comedians. He's kind of a dick too, I think. Anyway, but something he said was interesting. He said that when he was growing up, there was like 100 comedians and only 5 of them were funny. Then later, there were 500 comedians and still only 5 of them were funny. Now there are 50,000 comedians and only 5 of them are funny. And which is, you know, in itself not interesting. But what he did say that I thought was interesting was that he said you cannot, it's not like supply and demand doesn't work in art. Just because you need more paintings doesn't mean good painters will emerge. And just because you need more comedians, it doesn't mean you will get funnier comedians. They're not just gonna appear just because you want them. Which is an interesting concept. I guess he's right. Oh, that wheelchair is really coming down the street pretty quickly. Look at that. Maybe because it's kind of a hill. It's flying down the street. Anyway, well, I guess that's pretty much all on my mind today. The need for creativity doesn't actually mean you're going to make something good. I guess that's a depressing way to end it, huh? But even though I want to be creative, and I feel like I would be happier if I could find more time to be creative. It's not necessarily going to mean I'm going to be able to create something that's worth watching or worth doing. You know? I have spent tons of times on videos editing them and getting them all ready and thinking they're going to be something, but in the end being disappointed by the fact that they're not. Okay, well, let me take this off and turn this around. And 30 minutes today, okay. It went really, really slow. Thanks for watching, everyone. What is this? Is this pizza? Can't be pizza. It's time of the day. Maintenance service, huh? Oh, the guy who cleans the buses. Look at that. See something new every day. Okay. Thanks for watching, guys. And I'll show you something cool about this GoPro. It's got the magnetic clip on it, so I can put it on a post. Properly say thank you very much for watching. Arigatou gozaimasu. Oh yeah, that's something else I want to do. I want to start blogging in Japanese again because my Japanese is going to shit because I don't have any opportunity to use it anymore because of the kids. I just speak English as much as possible to teach them. It's another frustration in my life. Huh. But saying all this in Japanese would be pretty tough for me now. I'm really getting out of practice. Alright. Anyway, typhoon was going to hit but didn't hit, so it's a beautiful day. Hope you guys have a beautiful day wherever you are. And hasta la vista, baby. Subscribe. Or not. There's another Uber Eats rider. Uber Eats bicyclist or ever. Oh, it's not Uber Eats. It's this guy with a bag. But there are more Uber Eats guys everywhere.